Come on, fish, come on. Oh, 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 oh. We're on. Hey guys, Prism Fishing back here at the golf course. It is a brisk 34-degree day. As you could probably tell, it's snowing right on my face. It's chilly outside, but check this out. This tiny pond, still not frozen yet. It just thawed out about a couple days ago, and we're gonna fish it while we have the chance. So I'm gonna put you guys on my chest and let's try to catch some fish. If you guys are following my Instagram, you guys can see that I'm using a wacky worm here, and it's actually been catching me quite a few fish here. I had a lot of bites yesterday, which I actually came out here. I did not record. Great first cast, am I right? I did not record yesterday because I just came out here to, you know, see how it is, see if I can catch some fish. But now I'll record here and hopefully get a fish for the camera. Again, using the Mock Smash setup today. Go a little finesse, you know, as you do when it's cold outside. I have my drag locked down as well, so when I get the fish, I could just yank the hook right into him. So hopefully we won't lose as many fish as I did yesterday. I had at least maybe 5 bites and didn't land a single fish in the afternoon. I caught 2 fish in the morning though. I mean, it doesn't really help that it's pretty windy too, so that sucks. Hopefully I can get a bite, get a fish for the camera, catch a few fish before I get too cold and I have to leave. So right now I'm just letting it sink all the way to the bottom and I'm jigging it up. And what that does is both ends of the worm will just kind of flap and entice a fish to bite. That's the goal here at least. But I don't know, it might be too cold for them to bite. I know the other half down there was all frozen yesterday. Oh, just missed one. Had it in its mouth and it was swimming. Gosh darn it. That sucks. All right, one bite today. Cool, so they'll eat today. They'll eat. They are eating. One thing I noticed too is the crappie will only eat the tail and the bass will just engulf the whole thing like you're supposed to. I have a split ring in the worm so that the hook does not rip apart the worm if the fish tries to steal it. But yesterday, I had a fish bite the tail end and I set the hook and it slid the entire worm out of the split ring and the hook. Wow. The split ring stayed on the hook, but the worm and everything else came off. And the split ring could easily just slide off that hook. I'm surprised I still got to keep my split ring. All right, enough talking, just fish time. Wind is also picking up here a little bit, so my fingers are freezing. These gloves don't really have good insulation in the fingers. And obviously this finger's out so I can cast easier. But, ooh, it's a bit cold. It is cold. You guys know from the 2 first videos that I uploaded on the channel, there's a ton of fish hanging around in this area. So hopefully I can get a fish over here. All right, I'm gonna walk around to the other side so the snow isn't blowing in my face and probably your guys' face too. There we go, that's a lot better. Now the wind is in our favor. So hopefully, I mean, I already said this like 6 times, hopefully catch a fish in this area. But it might be too shallow down here. I might have to go back down to the deeper area. Man, I absolutely cannot wait for spring. Gosh, I got so many good baits from Christmas and, you know, just buying it with my money. I'm excited to throw them and try them. I'm not a fan of cold weather, especially when I can't fish and everything's frozen over. I like open water fishing better. It's so much fun. So if I end up getting a bite, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a lot of slack in my line, so I can just let the worm sink. So if I do end up getting a bite, I'm gonna reel down all the slack and just yank the rod really, really hard. Because in the winter, these fish's mouths get super hard because they're just scrounging along the bottom, trying to eat up, you know, bugs and things on the bottom or whatever they can find. Because, you know, there's not as many bugs hopping along the surface. It's harder to find food in the winter. So actually, you need to set the hook almost as hard as you can. I mean, if you set it too hard, you'll rip it out of their mouths. Set it too soft, they won't even get hooked at all, which is the circumstance which happened last time. So that kind of sucked. I missed a lot of fish and I ended up catching one fish where I could just pull the worm right out. It wasn't hooked at all. So yeah, set the hook hard in the winter when it gets cold. I might pull out that finesse swim bait that I got. I can't remember if I did a video on it or not. I think I showed it off. It was a little finesse swim bait on a jig head. I may switch to that if the wacky worm isn't working, just to get down there a little faster and swim it along the bottom there. But I did get a ton of bites on the wacky worm yesterday, so that's why I'm throwing it today. If it doesn't work, throw the finesse swimmer. If that doesn't work, I don't know. Haven't thought of a plan C yet. I may even end up changing worm colors. I told you guys about how I slid the worm out of its mouth, out of the fish's mouth. That was with the green worm. Now I got blue and silver flake. So I might end up changing to a green worm. Not sure. We'll see. One bite today. That's about it right now. Interesting. Whew. My fingers, they're chilly. These gloves are terrible. If I catch a fish though, I'll warm right up because it's exciting. It's exciting to catch fish. Warms you up to the core. Come on, I just want one fish. One fish and I'll be happy. It also doesn't help that the fish barely pick it up, like they'll slowly eat it. Bass, when they open their mouths, it's like a vacuum and it sucks everything in. So it's easier to feel a bite because you feel a little tug. Crappie, on the other hand, you know, they'll open their mouth a little slower and nibble at it, kind of like bluegill. Bass sometimes will do that too, but only when they're super, super finicky. No, I'm just gonna let it sit here for a minute. Twitch it up, let it sit. I don't know how deep it is here. My guess is probably 4 feet. But I don't know. And darn it, the wind is starting to pick up too. Frick! Of course, the wind always picks up when I fish, I swear. Every time I cast a line, the wind just picks up. Like 8 miles an hour. My gosh. Relentless, dude. I'm just trying to catch some fish. This is a nice roll cast. Come on. I just want to vibe with one fish. Oh, my fingers are dead. But it's all right. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. It's for the fish. It's for the fish. Gotta understand. Oh, I think I had one there. I think I had one there for a second. Dang. Just let it sit. Maybe give it a little twerk. Interesting. All right, I might have to go to my car. I'm gonna warm up my hands and possibly change baits to that tiny finesse swim bait. But I don't know. Give it about 10 more minutes, see how it goes. Well, there should be a fish on this cast. I say that a lot, guys, but that one felt juicy. Felt like a juicy cast. This is the one. This is the one that the fish is gonna come off of, guys. I'm telling you. Come on, fish, come on. Oh, 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 oh. We're on. Calling it out works, guys. Calling it out works. Calling it out works. Calling it out works. That's ridiculous. I did not think that was gonna work, but it worked, guys. See? Look at that. Hard hook set right in the corner of the mouth. Perfect. Right where we wanted it. And it was on the cast that I said. That was juicy. There's a fish on that cast. There we go, boys. First fish of the day. Thanks, dude. Awesome. Coming off that black and blue wacky worm. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, that feels good. All right. Caught the first fish. That is fantastic. Called my shot. I said that was a juicy cast, and I got one. My hands are super cold though, so I am gonna go to the car and warm them up. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, went back to the car, got the bait caster. It'll be interesting to see how this works. I got 50-pound braid on this. I haven't changed it out yet, but I ended up grabbing that tiny swim bait that I was talking about earlier. Check this guy out. Little swim bait there. So we'll throw this around for a little bit, see how it works. Casts all right. A little bit of a backlash because it's light and windy out. That's all wrapped around my thumb. Fantastic. Just giving it a chance to sink, you know? All right, let's go ahead and walk over to the other side. The wind is still blowing that way. So, yeah, let's head over there so it's not blowing in our face and we can use the wind to our advantage. I swear it got colder out, but that might just be because it's windy still. It's still windy, guys. It's windy, it's snowy. The snow melts on my face and then freezes on my face. It's cold. It's a vicious cycle. But everything else is warm. My face is a little cold though. Face is a little cold. I don't think I've caught very many fish on this rod, so it'll be exciting to fight a fish because it's a very light rod. I think it's a medium. It says it's medium heavy, but it acts like a straight up medium. What is this? Fast action medium heavy, yeah. Which is very strange because you guys can see all that wobble. It's a very light rod. I mean, some normal person would pick it up and assume that it's a medium light. I do have to say though, this guy's got some good action on it. The tail is still flicking even in the cold water. So that's a plus. Let's go ahead and grab the other rod. Ugh. Head down a little deeper spot. All right, let's give this spot a go. Let's sink for a little bit. Trying to slow crawl it. Yes, you can slow crawl it and the tail will still keep kicking. That's awesome. All right, so hopefully this should work. Catch a fish or two on this, maybe, hopefully. Oh, I just missed one. Yeah, check that out, guys. We just had a bite next to shore. Dang, that stinks. All right. Was not expecting to get a bite that close to shore and it absolutely destroyed the tail. That was strange. It's hard to feel bites through these thick gloves too, so I missed them there, but that's all right. Got a bite, that's all that matters. Gives us hope. There we go, what a cast. Not gonna say it's a juicy one, but it was a nice cast. As you guys can see, I'm crawling it super slow. This little guy's got amazing action. I'm excited to throw this thing. As I said in a previous video, I am a power fisherman. I like to fish all around. So throwing little swim baits like this, I really like throwing little swim baits around. It's just fun. Being able to move across the water. And it's easier to feel bites too. You're reeling in the line and then something will stop it in its tracks. So you can feel the thud, the tug, you know, whatever feeling you would like to describe it. Oh my God, I swear I got another bite. I think I might just be dragging through some weeds close to shore because that's ridiculous. Oh, one just had it. I don't know if you guys could see that, but my line kind of like moved to the left, so it got hit. Second hit on this guy, on the little swim bait. Good choice to switch up to the little swim bait. It's irritating when they eat the tail and you set the hook, and so unbelievably irritating. Oh, that was a big splash, that was bad. Scared every fish away in a mile. All right, let's keep moving down, I guess. Or, you know what? I'm gonna drop this guy, pick up the wacky worm, see if that change of presentation will result in a bite. Hopefully it will. I mean, I got a couple bites in this area. Right there, right in the middle, dead center. Oh my God, is he on? Oh, yes, yes. No, he came off. Oh no, he's still on. Oh my God. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there, guys, but see, look at that. I said, switch it up presentation. Check that out, guys. The crappie. Hook barely came out. Beautiful crappie there. It's got a big tail on him. Beautiful fish on the wacky worm. Changed up presentation. You good? All right. Changed that presentation up from that swim bait to this guy here. And as you can see, it worked. I don't know if you guys consider that calling your shots or what, but I said maybe change it up to something a little slower, like 2 or 3 jerks in, boom, fish. That is what I like to see. See if we can get another one in this area. See, I thought I had a bite, so I let it sit there for an extra second, and then I saw the line start to move, so I instantly set the hook hard. You guys know what happened. I got the fish. See if we can get another one. So actually, that crappie might have been the one trying to eat the tail off that swim bait. Huh. It kind of makes sense now. He's hungry. He's trying to get the swim bait, setting the hook, ripping it out of his mouth when he's trying to eat the tail. Throwing this in there, just engulfing the whole thing. What a move. What the heck? How did that happen? All right, I think I'm gonna take 4 more casts and then I'm gonna head out of here because my hands are dead and I don't want to get sick out here. Cast 1, cast number 2. All right, I think the last 2 casts, just to make it even, I'll do it with the wacky worm down in this area. So I'll call it quits with a little swim bait. I am very surprised with this thing. I mean, getting it out of the mystery box, it didn't look as nice. I mean, first impressions of this thing, it kind of looked nice. That's a nice swim bait head on it. Sharpish looking hook, nice color. But you know, I'm not much of a person for small paddle tails like this. But it ended up working really good and the action's really good, even at a slow crawl. Cold water, it works good. Sometimes plastics like that can stiffen up and it's very stiff swimming through the water and the tail won't kick. But not with that swim bait. That guy was still kicking. All right, last cast, guys. Last cast we'll do in this spot right here. This spot, straight out. See if we can get a fish. Oh, got it. Oh, no, dang it. There was a fish just on it. My line, oh my God, my line was moving pretty good there. Gosh darn it. Okay, 1 more cast, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. 1 cast. Last cast now, I swear. But I got a bite, which means I had to do another cast. So if you guys aren't already, like and subscribe to the video, go ahead and share it with friends, family, you know. Get the word out. Prison fishing, I catch fish and I call my shots. Not really, but sometimes I do, which is super cool. Make sure you guys are also staying up to date on my Instagram. I post every day there. And if not, then I try to catch up with extra posts the next day. Got some new lures, excited to try out for the summer. So make sure you guys are there to see it. Hey guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. My fingers are freezing. I'm gonna go home, drink some hot chocolate and warm up. Stay awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.